So today the diff cover did come in, the ARB diff cover. They give you multiple length bolts. So actually, this works out really well. These longer ones go here, here, there, and there.
Motor noises.
The shorter ones go in the top 3, bottom 3. For a Dana 44, there's more bolts on different axles, different applications. I like the ARBs because they have the drain plug with the magnet and the dipstick, so you know the fluid level. So for the first portion of today, we're just going to be installing an ARB diff cover. We'll get the brake lines, the rear shocks in. I might video me replacing the torch head on the plasma cutter, just so you can see the level of bullshit I go through on a daily basis. But anywho, let's get you mounted to the tripod, and then we'll get you under there. It's dark under here. Alright. So, regular paper towels. I've already done it, but brake clean rubbing alcohol. I prefer rubbing alcohol. 90% isopropyl alcohol. And then you want to make sure your ring fits in the ring, so that makes this the top. I'm gonna take a bolt, damn. These diff covers are heavy.
Not the best. And I'm sure the driver says the same way. They're going to be up in the air. I can tell gave us a lot of very advice and most of
Alright. And when I get out of here, after I get this all bolted up, I'll show you guys the silicone I use for this. Okay. Once again, long bolts on the sides and shorter bolts top and bottom. And then once you get it installed, let silicone dry for a bit. You definitely want to make sure you wait for that to dry before you fill, and make sure you tighten the drain plug. And I kind of usually, again, like the star pattern. And you wait a little bit. Oh shit, forgot one. See, we all make mistakes. Wait for a little bit, let it dry.
We're taking these junk manifolds off and replacing them with these zoomers. So see, this has got a leopard in it. We don't want this one.
Let it dry for a few minutes, and then we'll come back, tighten it down, and tighten up the drain plug, and then we'll fill it. So till then, I'm gonna turn the camera off. I'll yank out the plasma cutter, and then we'll turn you back on, and we'll see if how I feel about videoing replacing that torch head. Alright guys, so I ended up doing the plasma cutter off camera, and I'm glad I did because I had no idea what I was doing for a while there. But back to the diff, we're going to go tighten it down. This is the stuff I use on my diffs. I use it on other things too, but mostly just differentials. This works really, really well. So we'll go back down here. And that should be good. Now we are gonna just tighten up the drain plug. I barely see it, it's down there. So the bolts for the Dana 44 that go around here are a quarter hex, and then drain plug is a 5/16 hex. Alright, go ahead and bust this. This is what's cool. And on these, what you'll end up wanting to do is you look up the specs online for your axle. You fill it with that exact fluid. You stick this in, pull it back out wherever, thread it all the way in because that makes a difference. Pull it back out, and then take an angle grinder or something and notch where it's supposed to be full, so that you know by checking this how low you are. But we're pretty much ready to fill her up, so we'll get on that here in a sec, and we'll be right back. Alright, we're back. XJ Dana 44 rears, Comanche Dana 44 rears take 1.89 quarts. So I'm just gonna go with 2 quarts. Hopefully everything is sealed up nice and tight. Alright, there's one. Give me a second, guys. I'm filling up the bottle again. Takes 80-90 weight if you're not running any sort of special locker. I know ARB usually asks for 80-90 weight as well. 80 or 75, 140, depending on the locker.
Not quite as limber, but I still managed. Nothing was going to keep me out. All right, Commander, I'm waiting for your order. I'll fire her up then. Let's go. Tanks are not noted for their speed or their handling abilities, but you know, the Chappie isn't accepted for that. It was made to be fast and it was made to be nimble. The reason was it was made for reconnaissance. The Chappie was blazingly fast. That gave it abilities that a lot of other tanks had, simply because it could run up, shoot something, and get the hell out of it. Since Dave was the commander and I was driving, my job according to him was to drive fast. He didn't want to go slow, he wanted to go fast. He told me to drift the tank, which I don't want to do. When he's hitting the corners, he's giving her and the mud's flying.
I have 1.90 right here, so that should be good.
But I was never under the kind of constraints that these guys were using. I mean, these restorations are absolutely beautiful. And historically perfect. The cars that exist today benefited from technologies and production techniques developed in the 1940s. So that car you're driving today, grandson, granddaughter.
That axle is filled. What we're gonna do, put this in. We're gonna run it down like that, and then we're gonna back it out. And what you're gonna see here, bring you out here. You see how it's wet right there. So then what we're gonna do, for all intensive purposes here, move this. That right there is going to be our full mark. See? Just scratch the edge of it. So we'll go put this back in. And minus putting the drums on and hooking up brake lines and shocks, we're done back here. Sweet. All right. Well, I am going to shut the camera off. Here in a little bit we'll get on getting these shocks out and get on setting up the brake line situation and get that all figured out. There's a bracket that goes on right here, and those holes go through to the axle, and there's little plastic rubber grommets that go on the back side of these bolts. Get all that stuff in, get this finished up and sitting on the ground, and we will get started on the transmission. Not particularly excited for that. Alright, we'll be back in a little bit. Alright guys, we're back. I did go ahead and install that one brake drum. Took out one shock. Still got this one left. We'll deal with that here in a little bit. I'm going to show you all how to put wheel studs in, or at least how I do it. Not everything I do is the right way, but make sure you use a lug nut you do not care about. Huh, didn't even tear up the lug nut. Surprised. Alright. Let me spray the end of this black and then we'll put... I just thought. Where'd you go? Studio pal. I just had it. Oh. Alright. I'll go grab brake drum. Bam, that's done. Do the shocks and we'll set up the brake lines. And then we'll be good back here. Away with you. Alright, give me a couple minutes to go find the shocks real quick and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. Putting in the Bilstein, these are 5125s. They came with a lift I already had for ZJ. Well, I'd say they're good. Rotate this guy around. Shit. It's a tight fucking fit. There, boys. Fuck. All right. Oh, hey. That's set to go the wrong way. Would you look at that? Oh, good noises. All the good noises. Alright. I'm gonna do the other side. Fumble. Alright, tighten up the top. I'm really trying to break shit today. Alright. Now we're gonna do these brake lines right here. We'll get this line hooked back up to how it's supposed to be. Hopefully these break loose how they're supposed to. I really need to find the line wrenches. Let me go find line wrenches and we'll be right back. Alright guys. So you want to use these line wrenches for these brake lines. Everybody strips these out because they don't use line wrenches. Use line wrenches and see how nice and easy that went. They're cheap. You get them at Harbor Freight, Northern Tool, O'Reilly's, Amazon. Oh, I'm talking to the camera. Hi! It's underneath here. Hi! Can I get a oh, fuck. Come on. Alright, that guy's out. That guy's out. Get that 10 out. Oh, hey. Trying to rip my shirt.
You can feel every rock in the road. It really connects you with nature. There we go. It's actually pretty comfortable. But it's very entertaining. Alright. Now we're going to take the gator out for a ride. Not ready, let's go. Now the one thing about the Jeep is there's no roof up there. There's a much more better view of the whole area around you. But this doesn't have a windshield. Unless you're getting bugs.
Alright, those guys right there.
The gator can go faster, and it doesn't ride itself. The Jeep is actually kind of nice to use. Faster ride. But it's still pretty.
Alright, well, here's a cool trick for you guys to learn since I have to deal with it.
Start around here. Alright, go ahead.
See, the problem I'm having is I go to loosen this, and I got this shit going on. So, with the crescent wrench on here, and I always kind of tighten it just a little bit and then loosen these, because these brake lines get seized on here pretty good. And I do not care about these brake lines. So that one's out.
Put it in the Jeep, you could fit at least one, and you could stack them right, you could probably fit two. Now, if you put hay bales in the Gator, you probably would have to stack them high, but you can really only get one in there. I mean, you try putting them in this way, and they're hanging out.
If you are trying to keep your brake lines, do not bend them like this. You can bend them a little bit. This is what we were after. Alright, now we'll go back over here. And again, trying to break shit today. Screw that guy back on here, and then I will tighten that up as soon as we get it bolted up to the axle.
Nowadays, to find a Jeep this nice, it's probably going to cost you somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000. Alright, roll one out of it. Now the Gator, on the other hand, is weighing in right at about 1,700 pounds. 700 pounds less than the Jeep. But if you want to buy this vehicle brand new, $16,500. That's a lot more than that. So,
Alright, that brake line's in.
okay, for this next section, we're going to go test the Gator on a really rough section. And I'm going to try and drink this energy drink while driving through it. Ready?
Nice and tight.
Alright.
Pop that off there. And we're gonna
I'm not spilling anything like this. Hi everybody. Can't imagine wanting to go any faster than this. The perfect amount of speed. Now we can do it in reverse. You definitely don't get as dirty and sticky riding the Jeep as you do with the Gator.
oh, nice and tight. Now we'll go ahead and put that other bracket on the other side. Oh, you know what? Before I forget, I'm going to fill this up. Alright. See if I can find the bracket we speak of. Okay, just rub it off this one. Dana 35 and Dana 44 have the same bracket.
I didn't even think about it because I was thinking, Alright, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. I don't know. It's a lot harder than it is. 3, 2, 1. This downhill drag race is about to begin.
Bam. Alright, well, we'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and jack this thing up, put wheels on it, and get it sitting back on the ground. Then I got to find the leaf spring hardware. Woohoo! I misplaced shit. Alright. So, plasma cutter's working. I have no design plans for this rear bumper. I'm just going to start building it. She's sitting back on the ground. So, we'll get a back bumper built. And then I can get... We got issues on both sides, both of these. I mean, this truck is rough right now. But that's all in the fun of it. Alright.
But fortunately, these are on wheels that are 8 lug. The motor on 10 lug. You only need enough load. Still got a little bit of work to do. Somewhere between the
Alright, so this side's a little low. Plasma.
This week on Do It Every Day, we're going to show you how to take a giant motorhome and turn it into a giant man-sized go-kart.
Sweet.
The inside of the frame here is covered with undercoating, and it doesn't grind off very well. It just clogs up the grinding wheel. So I'm going to heat it up with this torch and scrape it off.
Alright, we'll be back in a little bit. I think dinner's ready. Alright, so again, I've got to trim a little bit more here. I gotta box this, box the other side. I'm gonna put a gusset on the inside and on the front side. Run a tube to the unibody frame. So
the idea
this is gonna be a whole process. I got these off Amazon. These are super thick, beveled shackle mounts, D-ring mounts, whatever. They're shackles, D-rings. I'll show y'all the difference between shackles and D-rings. But these are Tcs Mounts. I think I paid $50 for them, and they're stout. I'm going 7 inches from end to end, or from end to end, to mount these, which centers them just right at the bumper mounts. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Anyways, so I've got the 220 welder fired up right now. We're gonna burn these in.
That's the one with the split port. That thing's terrible. So I got this thing home, covered in rat proof. I cleaned it off, started pulling spark plugs. I went up and down both sides, spraying some PV blaster in the cylinders. But when I got to the last cylinder on this side, it literally poured water out. Oh wow. I'm guessing that one. That's fine. The radiator's full. So I think if somebody washed it and poured water through the hood somehow into the car through the intake, that's good. Overall, this is pretty cool. Really? Yeah.
I'm gonna look for a socket with
This is a family radio. Little Schedule 80 pipe. The door handle? Oh, yeah. The screen door action there. That's cool. I fixed it on the top. Yeah, it looks like a postal. It does kind of look like a postal. I think the hardtop needs to go. And as period correct as this roll cage is, okay, I no longer have mixed feelings about the top. I think it's gone. I'd say overall it's pretty nice. So what would you do first? Get the engine started, pull the top off, a little bit of everything? You would do. Mathematically, I might feel better about working on it if it didn't have a top. Let's take the top off. Alright, where are we going to put it? There you go. Let's go right here. Is it going to slide off? Okay, this is much better. Look at the adjustable flip flop. Wow.
20,000 RPM. Oh boy! It's all over the place. Might be a JB. That's slick like animal. Covers. Yep. I'm going so much fun because these guys are having so much fun. And it's like, I used to read these articles when they would go, so long the driveway, big giant mess in the middle of the driveway. The fact that now I'm making a giant mess in Rick's driveway, that's so much fun. It's fun to work on. I'm still calling that a piston getting a valve here. Yeah, because it's not solid. Let me listen. Oh, that's a valve hitting the piston. I believe. So, we pull the valve covers off, maybe soften off a little bit, so the oil is going. That one right there definitely sounded different than the first shot.
Alright. One shackle mount down. Next one to go.
So we've been turning this thing over with a breaker bar, and the problem is that we're hitting like a really hard spot. And I thought a valve might be stuck open and hitting the piston, but those are all free. So I think what's going on is the piston was about halfway up the cylinder, filled with water. There's a rust ridge in the cylinder, and when that piston's trying to come further up, the rings are basically hitting the ridge and stopping it. And so instead of messing around with the breaker bar, we actually have a borescope. So we're going to look inside the cylinder and then you let the thing soak, or at lunch, PV blaster. So what you're saying is you think that the edge of it has some rust buildup. The piston's sitting here filled with water, and I think there's a ridge of rust on the cylinder all the way around. It's stopping the whole thing. And my hope is that when it's all sauced up, it'll soften that rust so we can blow past it by using the ring. Break the ring? Yeah. It just moved. It moved farther than it's ever gone before. Did it go past the point? Yeah. It just squirted out. I think we did it. Really? Yeah. Alright, let's put this ratchet on so we can...
Ow! So much ow!
Ready? Yep. Want some tape? No way! We are... Oh! Dude! I really can't. That thing was stopping like dead stop. Man! Oh, I have to... That means we're going to get this thing running, no doubt. Wait to tell Taylor the good news about what we've done. I had that cylinder full of blaster, and I got in there with a screwdriver and I just kind of scraped at the sides of the cylinder off. The brakes, amazingly, we got the master cylinders. Probably had it in stock since 1972, but it's wiring is perfect. We're not going to try the other side. That's vanilla. That's not the top. That's the same. Because our first thing we really had the projects. That only left us another item.
And that shackle mounts in.
I would these should definitely come off. I would say all we really need is brake plates and plates for running. Do it for them. Right.
And now the oil underneath it.
So, inhaling body filler irritates the throat. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna finish this tonight. We had a big day.
Got blue zip ties on the spark plug wire.
Somewhere in there, there's a name.
I might finish some off camera,
For our second
do that
day,
other side.
Then we messed around with the rat's nest with wiring.
We'll figure it out.
Just a carburetor rehash.
But I'm gonna go start downloading these videos from today because, well, not having an SSD in your computer kind of sucks. So this is what I have so far. We're gonna end up trimming more off of that. We're gonna go with that line right there. And then, like I said, cap both sides of this. Bumper mounts, or shackle mounts. I have not decided if I'm going to cut a hole in here and put a hitch in. We'll see. Probably will. But, yep, we'll catch you guys tomorrow in the next video.